Alright, in the second video, I was going to talk about how to update some entries, and you can do that using update statement, but you can look that up using W3 School tutorial. So let's go down to a lot more basic concept. So here I have the leads table, and here I only have about 19 entries, but imagine that you got millions of leads for different clients, and we want to find out how many leads, for example, we've generated for one of our clients. Okay. Now, if you need to go through all of this data one by one to get that information, that's a lot of work, and therefore we can use a simple query to get information. So here, you're going to be using a lot of select statements. This basically means select all fields from the leads table. And if I select all fields from the user table, from the leads table, where one, you can just ignore that. And if you execute it, it's going to return everything. Now, let's say you don't want to return all fields, but you just want to return the first name. Then you do first name, and let's say you also want to know the last name. Then you can do that. Okay, first name, last name. Now let's say, let's go back to that one. First name, last name from these table. Okay, but let's say you want to order the result by the email address alphabetically in an ascending order. Okay, so you want to get all rows from the leads table, and you want to get the fields first name and the last name, but you want to order the result by the email address. Now this is a bad query because you can't see the email address, so let's also have it display the email field as well. So if I do this, see how it puts F, it puts the, well, F is closer to alphabet A than J, so it just sorted it alphabetically. So it got everything, and then it sorted it by the email, and then showed the first name and the last name. Okay, and notice how I have a site ID here, so I know which site each leads belong to. Let's say I only want to get this information where site ID is equal to 1. Then you use where statement, and then it tells you. Okay. All right. So select from the table where statement and order by. And this tutorial is going to go through a lot of different things. But let me teach you another concept. It's called group by. And this is very powerful. So let's say I want to find out how many leads I've generated for each site overall, all time. Then what I would do is count the number of rows, and let's call that total, and let's have it display the site ID from the leads table. And I'm going to group the rows that have the same ID, that have the same site ID. So if I do this, it shows you, okay, for site ID 1, I have total of 10 leads. For site ID 2, I have a total of 3 leads. Okay, pretty cool stuff, huh? Now let's say, instead of grouping it by site ID, I want to find out how many leads I've generated in different time frame. So let's find out, because I have a registered date time. This stores when they registered. I want to find out for each month, for different month, how many leads I've generated. So I run this query. It tells me for month 1, I have 1 lead. For month 2, I got 4 leads. For month 3, 4 leads. Month 4, total of 10 leads. Let's say I want to find out the exact same information, but where site ID equals 1. And I run this query, and it tells me 1 lead generated for site 1 in month 1, and so forth. So group by is very, very powerful. And you can again go through the tutorial to see more advanced commands that you can run MySQL on. But